In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to properly cut. Now, in order to actually see results on a cut, you're going to need a few things, and that is first to track your weight and your calories. Now, it doesn't sound fun, but it's the truth, and it's really what you need if you want consistent results. And sure, like, if you just ate healthy, then you'd probably start losing weight, but if you're actually serious about fitness and looking good, then this is essential. I talk more about tracking your weight and stuff in my bulking video, so make sure you go watch that as well. And for tracking your calories, I also have a video on that, so you should watch that too. Now, you don't want to make too big of a deficit because then you're just going to be losing muscle. So your deficit should be about 0.5% of your body weight lost per week. So if you weigh 100 pounds, that's half a pound per week lost, and if you weigh 200 pounds, that's 1 pound per week. And if you're in a daily deficit of 500 calories, then you'll be losing 1 pound per week. So if you need to lose half a pound per week, then your daily deficit needs to be about 250 calories. And so how do you know if you're actually in a deficit? Well, this all comes from tracking your weight and your calories. So what you do is you have to take weekly averages of your weight, and if you see that it's sort of staying the same or even going up, then you know that you're not in a deficit and you need to cut more calories. And if you see that your weight is going down, then just keep your calories the same. And as for your training, you want to still make sure you're training hard, otherwise you could be losing muscle. And you're probably going to want to do lower volume since you can't recover as well. And also just generally slower progression week to week. And for what foods to eat, well, this is definitely not the time to cheat on your diet when you're cutting. And you want to stick to mostly healthy food. You want to try to eat a little bit more protein, probably closer to about 1 gram per pound. But I find that when I'm eating healthy, I kind of just eat a bunch of protein anyways. You want to try to eat more low calorie dense foods. The best example of these are probably just vegetables, to be honest, because you can just eat so many fruits and vegetables, like a large volume of them, but have very few calories. Like an average cucumber has like 5 calories, and if you're hungry, then you could just eat cucumbers, and you could literally just eat 10 cucumbers and still only have eaten 50 calories. And like, tell me you're not full after 10 cucumbers. Also, you want to eat more meat because it has more protein, and protein's more filling. And as for what macronutrients you should cut your calories from, I would say to cut them from mostly carbs and fat, and you just want to keep your protein at about 1 gram per pound, and then the rest of that, you want to cut your fats down to about 0.5 or 0.3 grams per pound, and then the rest just from carbs. So basically, don't cut too much protein really, or any at all, and then just cut a bit of fat and mostly carbs. Although if you're eating like a lot of fat, then you can definitely reduce that, but don't go lower than 0.3 grams per pound. Now, what about intermittent fasting? Well, with intermittent fasting, there's some upsides and some downsides. Some of the upsides are that you have less meals in the day, so that can mean it's easier to just eat less calories in general. But one of the downsides is that you're missing an opportunity for muscle protein synthesis right in the morning, especially since you haven't been eating any protein throughout the night. You also do get a lot of mental clarity from intermittent fasting. When you haven't eaten anything, I find that it's a lot easier to focus. But at the end of the day, there's nothing special about intermittent fasting, and it's pretty much just up to you. Try to avoid snacking and drink lots of water. Now, how long should you cut for? Well, it's kind of different for everyone, but generally if you're just cutting after a bulk to get a bit leaner and then bulk again, then somewhere around 10 to 12% body fat's a good idea. If you are trying to like really get lean to look good, then it's kind of different for everyone. Like, some people could be at 10% and feel terrible, while some people can go to like single digit body fat and still feel fine. But definitely don't like stay in a body fat that's too low that you know is like bad for your health. But if you're just cutting to lose some excess fat from a bulk, then generally don't really need to go lower than like 12%. But just keep in mind, like, the further you cut, the more calories you're gonna have to cut out as well. That should cover pretty much all of it, but I mean, you really just gotta go watch the bulking video. I go into a lot more detail on specific things. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. But anyways, that's all I have to say. See you.